Hello, dear friends, how are you? Grooming gang. Have you heard about it? Only in the recent past, certain grooming gangs were caught there in the United Kingdom. And one of those grooming gangs, it involved many Pakistanis. Although those all are British citizens now, but since their ethnicity is Pakistan, either they themselves or their parents migrated from Pakistan to United Kingdom. They are settled there. They have become the citizen. Despite all that, in general talk, they are considered Pakistanis. And several grooming gangs were caught there in the United Kingdom. One of that was of the Pakistani origin people. And once it was a Pakistani origin people, and it was more propagated in the world, particularly our neighboring country India. Anything against Pakistan or Pakistanis, if at all they come across it, they publicize it lot of negative publicity because they have got the enmity with Pakistan. But keeping apart the enmity of India, after all, it is a crime, and crime cannot be taken lightheartedly at all. So this grooming gang, it was in the Kegle, and that is why it is called the Kegle grooming ground. Grooming gang. What those grooming gangs do, they trap underage girls. They trap underage girls and start giving them some money. This way they build trust, and months pass by. Then they start sexually exploiting those underage girls. And despite the fact that this is not against their consent at all, but even then, since they are underage, so it is considered a crime and it is considered a rape. And this is how the grooming gangs operate. Once a grooming gang, the Kigle grooming gang was caught, it became much bigger news as compared to the rest of the grooming gangs. Why? One, because of India. Another, because of the Elon Musk. Elon Musk is one of the richest people in the world, and being a richest people, he is quite influential as well. So he put his weight against all, particularly the Pakistani origin people's grooming gang. And lot of people were up, lot of people were rounded up, lot of Pakistanis was rounded up. Their case started in the Kigle court, and eight of them were proven guilty, and they were sentenced. The rest of them, they were allowed to go because they were not involved that much. But eight of these, they were sentenced by the court of Kigle, and eight of these, and the kind of sentences they were handed over. So let's talk about the names of the people and the sentence, the time they do have to spend in the prison. First of all, it is Amrez Asghar. Amrez Asghar was sentenced to 4.54 and a half years in the prison. And what is the crime? The crime is rape. The crime is rape against all these people. Even if a girl is of underage, has not reached an age where she can decide about her intimate relationship, particularly with the older folks, and that is considered rape. And now it is the Amrez Asghar. Now the second person, it is Parvez Asghar. Maybe they are relatives, maybe they are brothers. Amrez Asghar, Parvez Asghar, and Parvez Asghar was handed over 6.6 and a half years in the prison. 6.5 years in the prison. Maybe the two of these are brothers. And now the third person, he is Muhammad Deen. Muhammad Deen was sentenced how long? 14 long years in the prison. He do have to spend 14 long years in the prison. It is Muhammad Deen. And the fourth person is Sajid Mahmood Khan. Sajid Mahmood Khan was sentenced to 3 years in the prison for rape. Now the fifth person, it is Zehroom Razak. It is a unique name. I've heard it for the first time, and it is Zehroon Razak. He is sentenced to 6.5, 6.5 years in prison for rape. And then the sixth person is Fayyaz Ahmad. Fayyaz Ahmad is sentenced to 7.5 years in the prison for rape, and it is in the absentia. Why in the absentia? Because he ran away. He is not in the United Kingdom now, but their police will nab them either if they are living in Pakistan or any other country. They will catch them through Interpol and they will be brought back to the United Kingdom where they do have to serve the prison. After that, they can go wherever they want and they can even live there because they are the British citizen. And the seventh person also sentenced in the absentia, he is Imtiaz Ahmed. Imtiaz Ahmed is sentenced to 9 years, 9 years in the prison for the rape, and he is also he too in absentia. Why he is not in the United Kingdom? He too will be brought back to the United UK and will have to serve, the sentence of 9 years in the prison. Now the eighth and the last person, he is Abrar Hussain. Abrar Hussain is served some 6.5 years in the prison for rape, and he is not present in the United Kingdom now. He too will be brought back by anyway. They cannot, if at all they are alive, if at all they are alive, they will be brought back to United Kingdom and they do have to serve the prison, after which either they can opt to live in there or they can go anywhere else. But look, one thing is there, a crime is a crime. A crime, if at all somebody has committed a crime, they cannot remain scot free for a longer period of time, particularly if at all the crime was committed in a developed country, in a developed world, in the West European countries or any of the developed countries. They cannot roam free at all. They do have to be in the prison, and it might take some of the time, but the justice will be served. So I think we, the Pakistanis living anywhere else in the world, either in the Gulf Cooperation countries, either in the GCC, the Arab countries, or the European countries, or in the United States of America, or Canada, or Australia, wherever we are living, if at all somebody commits a crime, it's not a crime against, it is not just he or she who are going to be infamous or notorious, but their country as well. Because even if at all you are living there for the past 100 years, despite all that, you will be called as ethnic Pakistani. Ethnicity remains with us. Passport, okay, you have got the passport. Even if at all you renounce, you abandon the citizenship of Pakistan, you are no more a citizen. It is not a dual citizenship. And you do have to obtain a visa for your entry in Pakistan. Despite all that, their society is not going to consider you as equal to them, and you will be called as a Paki. They call it is a term of contempt for the people of Pakistan, although it is also a term used for the Bangladeshi people, for the Indian people, for the Desi people, but particularly for the Pakistanis, because Paki and Pakistan, it are similar. I think that it is living there, it is okay, quite okay. But I think that we do have to take care of all that. Always build a good character so that on the one hand you yourself are respected, on the other hand your ethnicity is respected as well. Thank you very much.